So I don't know if you speak other languages. I speak Spanish passably well. I've got a Colombian wife, I've got no choice. But there's something about learning another language that shifts you, you know. And when I say it shifts you, I mean you can't just learn a language at night school. You know, lots of people get enthusiastic about it and they go to night school. I went to Spain, I'm going to learn Spanish, or, you know, the south of France, it was brilliant, or Portugal, and they make an attempt at it and they get taught in a way which is by the by, but it's very sort of, you know, I, you, he, went, rather than a more communicative approach. But anyway, unless people are motivated, they won't get beyond that and the classes will drift off. But if you get into a language and you start to speak it and engage with people from another culture, genuinely engage with them, then, well, something shifts, as I said earlier. Because you and I, are a product, really. We think we're individuals, we are, of course, but so much of that individuality, in my experience, is really based on cultural values we absorb and learn from very young. You know, this is how you do that, that's how you do that, and that's all of part of who makes me me. Even if I rebel against it, you know, even if I go against it, I'm going against that thing in my culture. So, once you get to a certain level with a language and you're able to speak it with some degree of fluency, you can actually enter into someone else's world, another world of cultural values, which are similar. You know, there's clearly similarities, we're all human, but markedly different in some ways. And then it becomes fascinating, because you almost get a mirror up against yourself, saying, oh, you know that thing you do? Actually, you know, that's a very English thing. Did you know? A British thing. Did you know? No, I just thought, you know, we always drink tea like that, don't we? You know what I mean. You see that people eat at different times. The way they interact with different levels, vocal levels, volume, pitch, rhythm, all that sort of stuff happens. And either there's something in you that kind of resists it. Someone I know who's a native Spanish speaker still can't bear it when English women go, oh really, darling? Because for her, in her world, that intonation sounds hypocritical. It sounds false and not authentic. But my point is this: learning the language, you go into someone else's world. Language is arguably the most, you know, the cutting edge of culture at any given time. High culture, low culture. How do people speak? How do they communicate? That's the culture, right there and then. So, how can you shift yourself and put yourself in another person's place? That's the point. For me, language learning has been a great aid to flexibility. Someone who operates in a very different way from you, who kind of rubs you up the wrong way a bit, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I don't care if it's personal, professional, it's you can have an influence on you, not on them. Maybe on them eventually, but you can't make them go, hey, stop doing that, do the thing I like, do it my way. I mean, it doesn't work, does it? I'm sure you've tried that. So it's about the flexibility you develop to put yourself into someone else's world. I'm talking about the big old empathy, but actively engaging with them at a level where they're at. What moves them? What motivates them? What are they interested in? Shift from your perspective, I would say, to theirs. And when you do, I found, you start letting go a little bit of things that you thought were really key. You're much more willing to find a solution that works for both of you, which is what it's all about in the end. Thanks for listening.